upcoming Mage talent tree changes in Dragonflight. So previously we did a big forum post. If you guys remember, we did a chat with Raikou and Aegis and Venruki about what could change for mages in Dragonflight. And we put the post on the forums. We put a lot of effort into this. So I'm excited to see what Blizzard has come up with. Posted 25 minutes ago. Okay. Hello, mages. Hello, Blizzard. In this week's alpha update, there will be a number of updates to both the core and spec trees for the mage class. Great. We'd like to talk a bit about our design directions for this iteration and the improvements we're looking to make. Perfect. Core tree. The core tree is seeing the heaviest redesign. Okay, so we had the chat, we had the conversation with some of the best mages around the world, and we did come to the conclusion that the core tree was the tree that needed the biggest redesign. So that's great. Our goal has been to increase options by adding new spells, reducing overall multi-point nodes, and cutting all existent 3-point nodes, and improving pathing. Great! Those are all the things we chatted about. Several choice nodes have been split into standalone nodes to increase utility options. We're also looking to reduce the number of nodes that may feel required. Kona Cold will be moving to baseline to improve the base kit and remove dependency issues. Kona Cold baseline to me feels weird. I don't know about you guys, but Kona Cold, in my opinion, should be Frost only. I don't think it should be baseline for Fire and for Frost, or for Arcane. The reason being, I think Arcane just doesn't need a slow. It already has enough strength. It doesn't also need slows. And I think Arcane already has better slows. So Kona Cold just feels weird. Something you'd like. It just feels out of, like, for Fire and Arcane, it just feels like some random out of place spell that it's like you may use sometimes, but it's just like there. Like, we want spells that are meaningful to press, not just like random abilities. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that personally. I'd rather, like, there's a lot of things that I like to see go, and that's one of them. Like, I don't think, like, Kona Cold for Frost is fine, I think. Anyway, here are some examples of spells you can expect to see. Reflection. Teleports you back to where you last blinked. Only usable within 8 seconds of blinking. 45-second cooldown. Wow, this is like the Legion Arcane Mage talent Displacement. Pretty similar to Displacement. Wow, that's pretty cool. And this is a core tree, so you can get this as Arcane, Frost, or Fire. Huh. It doesn't reset your blink though. So the way Displacement used to work in Legion is when you would blink, you could reset back to where you blink and then blink again, right? This is a little different. Plus, in Legion you had Shimmer. You had 2 blinks. So you could like blink, blink, displace, blink, which would be like 4. Yeah, so that's kind of cool, I guess. I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't hate this. I don't hate it. Volatile Detonation greatly increases the effect of Blast Wave's knockback. I think Venruki actually talked about this in our podcast. He said that it would be cool if Blast Wave's knockback was actually like this huge knockback that you could use like an Ellie Shaman Thunderstorm or something. Blast Wave's cooldown's reduced by 5 seconds. So Blast Wave might be this really big knockback effect. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I like that too. Wow. So that's good, and that's good. Time Manipulation. Casting Fire Blast and Ice Lance on frozen targets and arcane missiles reduces the cooldown of your loss of control abilities by 1 or 2 seconds. So what this seems like is Dragon's Breath is on a 45-second cooldown right now. If you Ice Lance a frozen target, it's going to go down to like 43 seconds. If you Ice Lance a frozen target, it goes down to 41. So you can build back your Dragon's Breath by doing damage. I actually like that. Again, I don't know if it's better than just putting Dragon's Breath on a 30-second cooldown and not having this at all. But hey, I don't know if I hate it. It's a decent design. Yeah. It's a decent design. I don't know. I don't know if I love it. I don't know if I hate it. It's all right. It's basically going to make it so enemy teams aren't going to know when you have Dragon's Breath up. It's just like kind of a buff to mages in a weird way. Because Dragon's Breath is going to be a 45-second baseline CD, but you could reduce it to like 30 seconds or shorter. Maybe. So it's actually kind of, yeah, it's going to be annoying. It's going to be annoying to play against. Energize barriers. When your barriers receive melee attacks, you have a 10%... Wait, why melee? You have a 10% chance to be granted 1 Fire Blast, 1 Fingers, 1 Clear Casting charge. Casting your barriers removes all snare. This is so OP. I love it. This is... we actually talked about this in the podcast as well. We want a way to get procs from being attacked. So when you're being trained, you can actually do damage, right? As a Frost Mage, if you're getting hit, I can then send Fingers of Frost. This is great. This is really going to be amazing. Like, this is amazing. This is the best ability we've seen given to mages in a long time. This is awesome. Having said that, I don't think it should just be melee attacks. It should probably be all attacks. And I don't even know if it should just be when your barriers are up. It should just be like always. Like when you take damage, you have a 10% chance to be granted this. You know what I mean? Like it just needs to almost be all the time. And then this part of it seems a little OP. Casting your barrier removes all snares. I mean, I'm all for this, right? I'm all for it. But it's going to be pretty damn good. Like every time you barrier, it's just, you're just free to run. Like that's insane. Like what they could almost do is remove this part, make it to all attacks, and not just your barriers, just always. Just so you have a way to generate charges, so you have a way to generate damage, so you can have more consistency with the spec. You're getting attacked, you get a clear casting charge, you use your clear casting charge to reduce the cooldown of your Dragon's Breath, of your counter spell, you know, and then you kind of go from there, and it becomes this like this thing that makes the class feel really fun and exciting to play. You know what I mean? But overall, here are some examples. 4 for 4. I'm pretty happy with all of them, to be honest. Like, yeah. Like, I have to say, like, these are good talents. If we saw these in the first iteration, I would have been excited. But now that they're adding them, cool. Fire Tree. We felt the pathing in this tree is not allowed for enough exploration due to nodes that feel required. We're looking to reduce the number of mandatory points by moving a few spells to baseline, such as Hot Streak. We talked about that in the podcast as well. Blizzard! Looks like you're listening. We'd love to see that in Fire Blast Rank 2. Yes. Yes and yes. And providing more options below Gate 1 and 2. Phoenix Flames will also be moving up to above Gate 1. Great. So the Fire Tree was already really good. I think a lot of us already agreed that the Fire Tree looked phenomenal. These are the things, if we're nitpicking, like making some stuff baseline, because these just felt weird to have to talent anyway. Yeah, this is perfect. Great. Frost. A good amount of feedback for this tree has been related to Icy Veins nodes and how they required they feel, which is leading to little choice in the bottom third of the tree. Yes. We're looking to allow for backtracking and additional choice. To help accomplish this, we're making all 3 point nodes into 2 point nodes and reducing the point count of the Icy Veins related node below Gate 2. Additionally, Winter's Chill functionality will now be baseline when Flurry is learned to allow for more point flexibility. Awesome. So that's good. Frost needs a complete redesign though, in my opinion. Like, this is good. I'm happy with it. Like, I don't want to sound too pessimistic. I'm happy. Like, this is definitely a step in the right direction. This is good. But in my opinion, Frost just needs to be gutted and start over. Like, it just needs, like, Comet Storm should go, Ray of Frost should go, Glacial Spike should go, Ice Nova should go. Like, half of the spell should just go, and then you just rebuild it from scratch. So I would have rather seen, like, we're redesigning Frost Mages moving forward. This, but obviously that's not what they decided to do. And I think one of the things Frost could get is, like, I would love to see, like, old school Alter Time, Blazing Speed, Big Ice Lances, Big Ice Lance modifiers, Deep Freeze, stuff like that, to make Frost back to, like, its former glory, how we had it in Cataclysm, how we had it in Mop. But this is okay. Arcane Tree. The Arcane Tree has been updated, and it will provide And we'll have quite a bit of reorganization of talents to better open up as you navigate through the tree, as well as make a few talents that felt previously inaccessible a little easier to access. Cooldowns on some abilities have also been adjusted to better flow with Arcane's 45 to 90 second window. Below is a highlight of some changes you can expect in the next alpha build. So I haven't even looked at this yet. This looks like a lot of changes, which is great. Having said that, the Arcane Tree I thought was actually already pretty good. I thought the Arcane Tree felt good. Yeah, I don't think it needed that much. Arcane, how it was decent. It wasn't perfect, but it was decent. Arcane Bombardment reduced to 1 max rank. That's great. Echo reduced to 1. That's great. Arcane Surge now grants a blast of mana on cast. That's great. Arcane Orb move up to the tree. It's now available in the first gate. Okay, that's also great. Rule of Threes is now a choice node with Arcane Familiar. That's great. Evocation cooldown reduced. Great. Improved Evocation. They just removed it. Siphon Storm converted to a single node. Was previously a choice node with improved Evocation. Okay, got it. Charged Orb now available after unlocking the first gate. Charged Orb grants Arcane Orb 1 additional charge. Wow, great. I mean, the fact that you can get Charged Orb earlier, this is awesome. Orb Barrage converting to a single node was previously a choice node with Orb Barrage. Now reduces the cooldown of Arcane Orb by 2 seconds when clear casting is consumed. Yeah, okay. So when you use clear casting on missiles, you're gonna not only have more counter spells, more Dragon's Breath, but you're gonna have more Arcane Orbs? Let's go, Blizzard! Nether Tempest. Position on the tree is moved toward the center of the tree as a choice node with Reverberate, connecting Mana, Adept, and Arcane, and improved Arcane Barrage. Trying to think which one you're gonna choose. So you can go Reverberate, which is the thing that makes you use it's like Arcane Explosions can do more Arcane Explosions, I think. I don't know. I'll have to see where this actually plays out. Conjure Mana Gem now restores 25% mana up from 10. Nice. Might actually be worth making a Mana Gem now. Now grants 5% increased spell power for 10 seconds. Baseline. Wow. So the Mana Gem is baseline going to give you spell power, like an unused trinket, and restore mana. Wait, that's wild. That's really good. Wow. Cascading Power now grants up to 2 stacks of clear casting when consuming a Mana Gem. What? You can Mana Gem and get 2 stacks of clear cast on demand. I need to link this to Mitch Jones right now. Holy shit. Wow, he's gonna be excited about this. Sheesh. Oh my goodness. Enlightened moved lower into the tree from row 6 to row 8. Resonance moved to Enlightened's previous position. Palm reduced cooldown to 45 down from 60. Arcane. So before I read all this, I was like, bro, I liked Arcane already. It didn't need any of this. These are all great changes. Like, Arcane looks like the best, maybe. Arcane looks so good. And I think Fire with these changes is also going to look so good. And the core tree with these changes might look pretty darn good. Now it just comes down to, like, Frost. You know, maybe it comes down to just, I don't like Frost anymore. Like, I'd rather have Frost back how it was in Kata or Mop. If it gets back to that, I'll play it. If it moves forward like this, it's going to be boring. But, dude, if Arcane's fun and Fire's fun and the core tree's fun, like, I can't complain. Yeah, I mean, overall, I'm happy. This looks great. I think the one thing is Deep Freeze. And another thing is, I think Arcane could use improved counterspell. If Arcane got improved counterspell, just having a 4-second silence to actually kill with, Arcane feels like so good in Arena, man. So fun. Like, improved counterspell for Arcane as a PvP talent, even. If you don't want to mess up the trees, just add it in as a PvP talent. That would be amazing. Improved CS. back into Arcane. Frost, you guys know how I feel. Fire, I think is good how it is. Yeah, dude, I'm excited. This is nice. This is real nice.